the story out of Regina from our friends over at Just Bins? For those of you who don't know, Just Bins is a Regina garbage company who
Actually,
actually, um, and when Meta, Facebook, Instagram would not pay Trudeau's shakedown of social media companies for link sharing, they just blocked Canadian news as a response on their platforms. Well, Just Bins, being a garbage company, started doing the news and they didn't get caught in that net. And they became one of the most, if not the most reliable source of news in and around Saskatchewan. And they break news every day. Every day. I rely on them as sources for my work all the
they're
time.
they do consistently amazing public service work in
Mhm.
their garbage collection and
Yes.
refuse management,
Yes.
and everybody watches Just Bins. Okay, everybody. The powers that be watch Just Bins, all of the people in authority watch Just Bins, like, it is the province's shared mutual pastime. Love them or hate them, everybody loves or everybody watches Just Bins, and we love them.
Yeah, even the bad guys. They came up at a House of Commons committee. The Globe Theatre complained about them,
Yep,
which was funny.
yeah.
Um, but they have bring us the story of the Regina Police Service releasing a statement regarding the call to prayer at Regina's new downtown mosque. Lisa, you want to explain a little bit about what's going on at this mosque?
Yes. So just last week, a new mosque in downtown Regina announced that it had tested its outdoor, weatherproof, for direction call to prayer last Friday afternoon and released a press statement saying, this is what's going to be happening now. Now, this was news to everyone in Regina. Every single person that I know of was talking about it to me in the direct group chats, we'll say, and there is people are really concerned about what's happened here without any excuse me, without any consultation with the community, um, and because it was sort of positioned as something that happens all the time in Muslim dominated countries. I think that the Regina public thought to themselves, but we don't live in a Muslim dominated country. And the response, listen, the stats of the Just Bins post, Olivia, could we watch? Could we just click on that? I wonder if we have those stats. I have them in my phone, but they're overwhelmingly not supportive of this happening. And from sources I have indicate that this was 100% a police call, which
Yeah.
was evidenced here in this release. It was administrated and managed by Regina Police Service, who has been doing altogether too much institutional capture slash, what is it, two-tier policing
Yeah.
for anybody's liking in Regina. And this sounds like it was decided upon by the Regina Police Service and only the Regina Police Service. So they claim that all of the various policies and standards and the length of the sound, the area, like this is going to impact people within a 1 mile
Oh my God.
diameter area. This is the entire downtown.
Right.
And
Which is
and,
how they sort of get away with it. It's not really a residential area.
we'll talk to the people that live there first,
Right.
maybe.
Yeah.
But from what I understand, Regina City Council was not made aware of this, that the City of Regina administration is now aware of it and fielding calls from a really concerned public, specifically Regina's Jewish community. Regina's Jewish community is really upset that this happened, and I think rightfully so. But we in Saskatchewan, and we at Rebel News especially, know that Saskatchewan is used as a testing ground
Mhm.
for crazy left wing ideas. It was the Lumsden sex card scandal. It was a trans woman being brought in by the YWCA of Regina. It was the drag queen field trip. Now it's this, because activists, maybe including Regina Police Service, know that they're never going to get more pushback than they do in conservative Saskatchewan. So they test things on
Yeah.
us here. And the more
Right.
people that know that in Saskatchewan, the better. They instigate here in Saskatchewan. And I think by the responses, we can consider this an instigation by
Right.
police. So it'll be really interesting to see what happens. Begs to be mentioned that the Regina Police Service Chief, Laura Lee Davies, okay, number 2 lady in charge for years and years and years and years. And then they brought in a new chief, and he was a Muslim that originated in the West Midlands in the UK.
Oh,
So we have a Muslim British police chief in charge of the Regina Police Service. He was then chased out of town. Okay, he moved to Canada. He went through British Columbia. He went through Alberta. He landed in Regina as a chief of police, and he was chased out of town after allegedly digitally
no.
canoodling and in a not appropriate or professional way with a DEI member of the Regina Police Service Commission, the Board of Commissioners who run the police
Who
service.
oversee his work.
Yep. And
Oh,
there was a series of like thirst trap selfies from the gym,
I
and there was,
saw.
it was so embarrassing. And then, so then Regina Police Service is in a PR nightmare, right? Like, oh my God, our our police chief from the UK, who was so progressive and so Muslim and so amazing and so community minded, did this. So then they elevated the number 2 DEI person named Laura Lee Davies up to chief. Now, as far as I can tell, Laura Lee Davies seems like a completely nice woman. Okay, a really very accomplished in her professional career, but she spent a great deal of time posing in ribbon skirts and doing things with ribbon skirts over the last 15 years in her service at Regina Police Service. And I'm not sure that Regina Police Service hasn't been turned into a weapon for ideologies under the watch of Laura Lee Davies. Let's not forget, one of their, no, not even one, multiple members of Regina Police Service were sent to babysit a drag queen at the Globe Theatre in these
Oh
last couple of weeks,
gosh.
while homeless addicts were outside the door. So this is the direction of Regina Police Service. We actually should not be surprised at all that they pulled a stunt like this. And what I absolutely object to, is that they point out the threats that are being made. Dissenting opinions are not threats. They are
Right.
not. People, the general public, and especially the people of Regina, being consulted about these things before they happen would have been good, and they weren't, and following proper procedures and protocols. You don't go direct to the police and say, vet what we're doing here, and threaten anybody that says anything with a hate motivated crime, which is where they're going here, I would say. By bringing up the threats, instead of acting in good faith, what Regina Police Service did is take a side and just announce to the public that if you don't agree with us, well, then you're a threat. I don't
Yeah.
like that kind of policing. I don't like that kind of policing at all. This, let us not forget that the UK is coming out of, well, I mean, 2 decades of allowing hundreds of thousands of their girls to be raped. That's what happened there.
Yeah.
And it's because they looked away, and it's because they picked a side before they were police and served their community. And I really worry about Regina. I
Yeah.
really worry. Yeah.
Yeah. I hope you didn't attempt to read the grooming gangs report. I got to the first story and too much.
It's, I mean,
You'll read it.
but these things don't happen in isolation. They're
No.
institutional and they're systemic. They're systemic. And this by the Regina Police Service, okay, this instance is another example of that. And I
Yeah.
don't think that it's good for anybody, especially when we have a city, with crime, the
Yeah.
end, and they know what I'm talking about.
Yes. And just to like prove your point, where the police are threatening the public about this. They say in their press release, the Regina Police Service is aware of threats being made in relation to this practice. Okay, so just what threats? I didn't really see any, but whatever. And in response, an enhanced police presence will be visible around
Just like
Muslim
at the Globe
places of
Theater.
gathering.
Oh, no, sorry, not like at the Globe Theater, but increased police presence is their knee-jerk response to
Right.
when the public gives them accurate feedback in real time on social media.
Yeah.
This is their response.
Yeah, and then they say threats will be taken seriously. And guess what? Here it is. And investigated under recently enhanced Canadian hate crimes legislation. So they're going to use the Orwellian one on you. So behave yourself or they'll ruin your life.
Um, whatever this story, just like so many others that come out of Saskatchewan, because we are the epicenter and the testing place for these bad ideas. Whatever love you could send to the Queen City of Regina, Saskatchewan, we appreciated it, and we really appreciate the attention from others outside of the province and outside of the country. This is
Yes.
what's happening to us. So I know Rebel News is on it.
Yeah.
And we look forward
We
to
are.
to what happens next.
We are. Just wait. Just wait.